Shalom, everyone. All praises to the Most High Yahawah, Him Only. This is Mike y'all. Want to welcome y'all to the LSD series, Lucifer, Satan, and the Devil the Same. I've been researching this for a long time. Going to split into several videos due to all of the information I compiled. Hope y'all enjoying it and learning from it. Any questions, comments, or feedback, please leave it in the comment section, as this is an open discussion. We'd love to hear from y'all. Alright, let's get back to the series. Thank y'all for checking it out. Shalom. Alright, welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Alright, now, for the scriptures, almost everyone claims refers to Satan, right? These them classics, y'all. Isaiah 14, 12 through 23. Start at 12. How are you fallen from heaven, son of the howling morning? Skip down to 19. But you are cast out of your grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass. 20. You shall not be joined with them in burial. 21. Prepare slaughter for his children. 22. I will rise up against them, says Yah Oath, and cut off from Babel the name, the remnant, the son, and nephew. Let me read that again. 22. Isaiah 14 and 22. I will rise up against them, says Yah Oath, cut off from Babel the name, the remnant, the son, and nephew. Alright? Y'all remember this one? Y'all remember 12? All you gotta do is just read down to 19 through 22, right? Alright, let's go to Isaiah 13, 1, 17 through 22. An oracle about Babylon. Babylon. For context, you want to go before and after, right? We in Isaiah 13, 1. Oracle about Babylon. Isaiah 13, 17. Skip down to 19. So Babylon, a jewel among kingdoms, will be like Sodom and Gomorrah, destroyed by all. Right? Now let's go to Isaiah 14 again. You will take up this taunt against the king of Babylon. Okay? Go down to 11. Under you is a bed of maggots, and worms are your blanket. Okay? Let's go to Jeremiah 51. This is a lot right here. So 1 through 4, verse 9, 11, 30 through 32, 53, and 58. Alright, so I'm going to go down to 9. We tried to cure Babylon, but she was beyond help. Her punishment reaches to heaven and extends to the clouds. Skip down to 30. Babylon's warriors quit fighting. They hide in their fortifications. Their strength is worn out. Their courage is gone. Babylon's houses are burned down. 32. The river's crossings are blocked. The marshes are on fire. Even if Babylon scales the heavens and strengthens its towering defenses. Okay? Alright, so that one was for Babylon. Now let's see what we have in Ezekiel, the other classic. Ezekiel 28, 11 through 19. 12. Son of man, take up a lamentation for the prince of Tyre, and say to him, you have bound upon you every precious stone, the sardus, topaz, emerald, carbuncle, sapphire, jasper, silver, gold, lingear, agate, MS, crystallite, beryl, onyx. You have filled your treasures and your stores in you with gold. From the day that you were created, you were with the cherub. Right? 16. Of the abundance of your merchandise, you have filled your storehouses with iniquity and have sinned. And the cherub has brought you out of the midst of the stones of fire. 17. Your heart has been lifted up because of your beauty. Your knowledge has been corrupted with your beauty. 18. Because of the multitude of your sins and the iniquities of your merchandise, I will make you to be ashes upon your land before all that see you. Alright, so let's keep going. Now remember, when you're looking for context, you go before and after, right? So we're going to go Ezekiel 28, 1 through 10. 1. The word of Yah came to me saying, and you, son of man, this is Ezekiel talking. He's talking to Ezekiel. Say to the prince of Tyre, thus says Yah, because your heart has been exalted, and you have said, I am Yah. I have inhabited the dwelling of Yah in the heart of the sea. Yet you are man and not Yah, though you have set your heart as the heart of Yah. Okay? 5. By your abundant knowledge and your traffic, right? You have multiplied your power. 7. I will bring on you strange plagues from the nations, and they shall draw their swords against you. Okay? 8. They shall bring down your beauty to destruction, and they shall bring you down, and you shall die the death of the slain in the heart of the sea. 9. Will you indeed say, I am Yah, before them that slay you, whereas you are man and not Yah? 10. You shall perish by the hands of strangers among the multitude of the uncircumcised, for I have spoken it, says Yah. Okay? It's the same person right here, y'all. You have the king and you have the prince of Tyre, right? Say to the prince of Tyre, lamentation for the prince of Tyre. Okay? Alright, let's go to Ezekiel 27, 1 through 7, and 17 through 25. Yah's word came to me, you, son of man, sing a lament for Tyre. Say this about Tyre, who sits enthroned at the entrance to the sea, the people's agent for trade throughout the coastlands. Yah Only proclaims, Tyre, you say I'm perfectly beautiful. You remember the being that, the one y'all think is Satan and Lucifer? Perfectly beautiful. Tyre, you say I'm perfectly beautiful, but your territory is in the depths of the sea, and it's your builders who made you beautiful. Okay? 6. For your oars, they used the oaks of Bashan. They made your hull inlaid with ivory of boxwood from coast of Cyprus. Now, you remember all those descriptions of beautiful things that y'all read in Ezekiel? For context, we went back to 27, right? Y'all gonna see all of that right here. Number 7, fine embroidered linen from Egypt was your sail. It became your emblem. Your awning was made of blue and purple cloth from the coast of Elisha. Let's go to 18. For many of your finished products, Damascus traded out of its great wealth the wine of Helbon and white wool. They exchanged wrought iron, cinnamon, and spices for your wares. Dedan was your agent for saddle blankets. Arabia and all the princes of Kedar traded for you. They procured lambs, rams, and goats for you. They were your agents in Sheba and Ramah. For your wares, they exchanged the finest spices, every kind of precious stone and gold. Y'all remember that? All those. Let me go back. Let me take it back for y'all, man. Let me take it back. You remember these right here? Every precious stone. Right? Go to 27 and 22. You see it again. For your wares they exchanged the finest spices, every kind of precious stone and gold. Alright? Alright, now, what's a lament? Let's go, let's see what a lamentation mean. Alright, so Strong's H7015, Kina, from the root. It's a mournful song, a lamentation, right? It's a digerd as accompanied by beating the breast or on instruments, lamentation, right? Let's see. Ezekiel 37, 27 to 36. 30. Loudly they cry, bitterly they wail, and they put dust on their heads and cover themselves with ashes. 33. When your wares came out of the sea, you satisfied many people. Your abundant wealth and merchandise, you remember we talked about that earlier, enriched the kings of the earth. 35. Now the inhabitants of the coastland shudder on account of you, and as for their kings, their hair stands on end, their faces betray their honor. Betray their honor. Their horror, betray their horror. Okay? Your abundant wealth and merchandise enrich the kings of the earth. Okay. Now, I know some of y'all got questions. You know, since it says you were created and you are the anointed cherub and you were in the Garden of Eden, how can this be a man? I'm glad y'all asked. Ezekiel 28:14 says, Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of the fire, right? That's what the KJV say, right? Alright, the answer is, it was another one of those mistranslations Christian Bibles always make, y'all. Okay. I'm gonna leave this page up for a minute so y'all can see it. Okay, so this is the Brenton Septuagint translation, right? I have that. I have the blue leather. I have Shabbat.org, Jewish publication. I have the Art Scroll Tanakh, right? So let's do some comparison and contrasting, right? So if you look up Ezekiel 28:14 in the Brenton Septuagint, it says, From the day that thou was created, thou was with the cherub. Okay? With. It's the Brenton. From the day that you were created, you were with the cherub. I set thee on the holy mount of God. Thou was in the midst. Okay, now let's take let's go in the Blue Letter Bible into linear. Go to Bibles. Check the translations out. You can even look in the NET, right? I place you there with an anointed guardian cherub. This even in the Christian translation, the NET, for 28:14, Ezekiel 28:14. I place you there with an anointed guardian cherub. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked about amidst fiery stones. With. Okay? Not that they were the cherub. They say I placed you with. Alright, now Shabbat. Let me see. In Eden, the Garden of God, you were a cherub of great measure that covers, and I gave that to you. You walked among stones of fire. Now, when it says you are a cherub of great measure that covers, it says you are a bird of measure, i.e., the huge bird that covers a large area with its wings, i.e., you rule over a large dominion. Okay? Men of stature. Alright. Now, in Eden, the Garden of God, it says, with much goodness and pleasure, you enjoy yourself as if you were dwelling in Eden, the Garden of God. All wealth, pride, and honor are given to you. All precious stones are set on your raiment, your covering, your canopy. Okay? Your raiment. Alright. Go to Art Scroll. It says, you were a great sheltering cherub, and it is I who granted you this. You were upon the holy mountain of God. You walked among fiery stones. right? You go to the notes from the art scroll from this right here, cherub, it says, you were a leader of very great stature. Yah bless you because your predecessor, King Hiram of Tyre, this the king of Tyre, played a major role in the building of Solomon's temple, okay? So that's what they're saying. That's what they're meaning when they say you were a great sheltering cherub, right? It just means you were a leader of very great stature. God bless you because your predecessor, King Hiram of Tyre, played a major role in the building of Solomon's temple upon the mountain of God. That's 1 Kings chapter 5. In cooperation with the fiery stones, i.e. David and Solomon, the great kings of Israel. This is from Rashi, right? Jewish interpretation of that. Now, for context, let's go to 1 Kings chapter 5. All right, 1 Kings 5, 1 through 9. And Hiram, king of Tyre, sent his servants to Solomon, for he had heard that they had anointed him king in the room of his father. Go down to 7. And it came to pass when Hiram heard the words of Solomon that he rejoiced greatly and said, Blessed be Yah this day. 8. Hiram sent to Solomon, saying, I have considered the things which you sent to me for, and I will do all you desire concerning timber of cedar and concerning timber of fir. Okay? 1 Kings 5, 1 through 9 for context. All right, and 10 through 18. So Hiram gave Solomon cedar trees and fir trees according to his desire. I'm going to go to 12. Yah gave Solomon wisdom as he promised him, and there was peace between Hiram and Solomon, and they two made a league together. Okay? So this is what that means when it says cherub, or you were with the cherub on the holy mount. The holy mount was the temple Solomon was built. He helped Solomon build the temple. Okay? That's what 28:14 means. All right, so Tyre means rock. And I got this. It says Tyre, southern Lebanon. It was a Phoenician port from 2000 BC through Roman times, right? Later noted for its garments in Tyrrhenian purple dye. Okay? So this is what it looked like. This is what it looks like now. And this is where it was. Israel was here. Tyre is right here. Lebanon is right here. Okay? So this is Tyre, y'all. It was a Phoenician port. Alright, now let's look up Wikipedia. Ezekiel's cherub in Eden. The cherub in Eden is a figure mentioned in Ezekiel 28:13 through 14. Many translations, including the NIV, identify the cherub with the king of Tyre, especially Edobal III, who reigned 591 through 573 BCE, who according to the list of kings of Tyre, Josephus was reigning contemporary with Ezekiel at the time of the first fall of Jerusalem, right? All right. Now, Ezekiel has cited Eden in 2 extensive passages, and one of these portrayed the king of Tyre in terms of the cherub in Eden. Okay, so he's just making like a metaphorical, let me see, a likeness. That's why they saying Eden. It's like a likeness, right? Now, look at Tertullian, right? Tertullian in Marcion 2:10 linked the reference to the fall of Satan. This has been followed by many Christians since. Y'all see, y'all reading this? Tertullian and against Marcion 2:10 linked the reference. They talking about Ezekiel 28:14 to the fall of Satan. And that's what a lot of y'all doing today. Y'all linking this to Satan. This has been followed by many Christians since. Okay? Its theological interpretation is subject to much theorizing, right? One, recognize that the prophet depicted such cherub within a perfection which was terminated by sin and consequent exile from the mountain of God. A theory also was that Eden was a simile for the portrayal of the splendor of a given geographical area, which in this case is Tyre, and that its human king represented Satan, who was an angel in the garden in Genesis 3, right? So that's the Christian stance on it. A lot of Christians follow this. Okay, Tertullian brought this up. He made this up, right? Tertullian is an early church father. For those who don't know. Okay. Prolific early Christian author from Carthage in the Roman province of Africa. He lived from 155 to 220 Common Era. He was the first Christian author to produce Latin Christian literature, an early Christian apologist. Okay? He was against heresy, Christian Gnosticism. So he's the father of Latin Christianity, y'all, as well as the founder of Western theology. Okay, so this is who y'all following if y'all believe that Satan fell from heaven and all the usual interpretations of Ezekiel 28:14. Okay? Y'all following Tertullian. Alright. I'm gonna do one more, y'all. I know it's getting late. We had 20. Alright, Ezekiel 21:28-30. This is because people ask, how can a man be created? Or how can it say created, right? Because it says you were created. Ezekiel 21:28. It says, return to its sheath in the place you were created. Okay, Strong's H1254. Thou wast created. Bara. Go down to biblical usage. You see heaven, earth, individual, man of birth. Okay? So, created can stand for birth also. Created of birth, of individual man. Okay? Birth. Created is used for humans too. Ezekiel 28:15. From the day you were created until justice was found in you. Isaiah 43:7. Everyone who is called by my name and whom I created for my esteem, whom I have formed and made. Ezekiel 21:30. Return it to a sheaf in the place you were created. In the land of your origin I will judge you. Psalms 102:18, 104:29-30. Let this be written down for the next generation so that people not yet created will praise Yah. Okay? 30. When you let loose your breath, they are created. Okay? That's 104 and 30. When you let loose your breath, the Psalms, they are created. Alright? Let me do one more, y'all. Alright, so this is the Garden of Eden line to let you know that it was used before. So we're going to go to Ezekiel 31:2 and 7-11. So, son of man, speak unto Pharaoh. It's Pharaoh this time, king of Egypt. Right? Go down to 8. Says, the cedars in the garden of Yah could not hide him. Right? Number 9. I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches, so that all the trees of Eden that were in the garden of Yah envied him. Right? So, you see here, we have the same kind of poetic wording as the verse in chapter 28, where people mistakenly think the text is referring to Lucifer, the devil, or Satan. Yet, clearly, Pharaoh wasn't in the Garden of Eden, right? But it's being mentioned as a way of comparing how his kingdom was, right? So it's just a comparison. It's like a simile in poetry, right? Garden of Eden. Ezekiel 28:13. You were in Eden, Yah's garden. Go to 31, 8-9. No cedar was its equal in Yah's garden. None of the trees in Yah's garden could compare to it in its beauty. As for its beauty, I made it so with its abundant foliage. All the trees of Eden envied it. All that were in Yah's garden, right? Precious stones and gold. You got Ezekiel 28:4-13. By your wisdom, you filled your storehouses with silver and gold. You were covered with gold and every precious stone. 27:21-22. This is what they traded for you. Every kind of precious stone and gold. Okay? So y'all see how it matches up, right? So you got the Garden of Eden, Garden of Yah. You got precious stones and gold, right? You were covered with gold and every precious stone. They traded for your wares, the finest spices, every kind of precious stone and gold. Okay, perfect in beauty. Ezekiel 28, 12 and 17. You were full of wisdom and beauty, the image of perfection. Go to Ezekiel 27, 3 through 4. Say this about Tyre. See right here? It says, Tyre, you say, I'm perfectly beautiful. Perfect in beauty. Okay? Alright, so we're going to stop there, y'all, because we went way over this time, 25 minutes. So we're going to stop there. And we're going to go out with this right here. Till next time, y'all. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only. Yahawah, my power, he showed me, it's him only.